Are you ready? Because he's ready. It's Master Jeff! Martial arts expert, instructor extraordinaire, and general clown. He's not afraid of coronavirus. He's not afraid of the bad guys. Master Jeff is not afraid of anything. I'm sleepy too and tired, man. I could not go to sleep last night, Zogies. I don't know what the deal was. Finally, I broke down and took some Benadryl, which caused me to sleep until 5:30. So I got kind of a late start. Missed my bike ride, which is a real drag. I have to miss enough bike rides because of rain that I don't need to rack up a bunch of missed bike rides because of sleeping late. So today, after this class, I'm gonna run me some stairs, brah, and make up for that bike ride. I've got to, man. But anyway, you and I will do Pyongan Day together. And perhaps we can take some time and maybe get in the weeds a little bit on some of these things. I saw some Pyoungans 5 errors, very common errors. And so why don't we just make it our goal to talk about a few things on each form, of course, even as we do our twacks. Let's start off though with the Tai Chi 24-point animal form. The Zaidans let us keep hamster big. What? They let you keep her for how or him? Is it it's a him, isn't it? Yeah, it's a him because I've seen his. Anyway, I think it's a him. So how long are you guys going to be able to keep him? Like for another week? Just one day? What's going to be the deal with Hamster Big? And he's cute. I guess I'd have to, now that Hamster White is gone, I guess I could say Hamster Big is my favorite. Just because he's big and red, which reminds me of somebody. Who else is big and red? Oh well. Forever! A forever hamster! What? Cool, man. Hamster big, here you are. Yep, so now I can indeed admit that Hamster Big is my favorite. I just didn't want to hurt Hamster White's feelings while he was here. But I think that's cool. He's the same color as Dad. He's got shaggy, disheveled hair like Dad. He's kind of unkempt like Dad. What else can I say? Big, red, shaggy, unkempt hair. He's just like me, a chip off the old block. Hey, let's get on that 24-point animal form now. Come on, Hamster Big. You're a member of the family now. You got to do Tai Chi too. Come on, get your furry butt up and let's rock it. All right, here we go. All right. By the way, yesterday I did me a little bit of shopping, and one of the things I picked up was more protein drink. Yeah, however, they did not have salted caramel. Big bummer. So I got vanilla, which is not plain. Vanilla is another flavor. You wouldn't say plain strawberry, so you don't say plain vanilla. You got chocolate, you got vanilla, you got strawberry, you got cookies and cream, all equal flavors. Vanilla is not plain. We need to do our twacks. You tried to distract me with the protein drink, Zoe. Not gonna happen. Let's do our twack, sister. Who? I see you're liking, subscribing. I'll make that announcement after twack. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a whack and a twack. That was just plain old easy, baby. Yeah, all right. So basic 1. Common errors on basic 1. This is the fundamentals, folks. So the errors are going to happen in your fundamentals. It's the only place they can happen. So number 1, you want to keep that back toes straight, your back foot straight, not out like this. You already have balance this way because you should be shoulder width apart. One of the reasons you may have your foot back like this is because your feet are in a straight line. At this point, I can't balance until I turn my foot sideways. So if you feel like, oh, Master Jeff, when I put my toes forward, I can't balance. Well, get your feet apart. Then you can have your toes forward, right? Another one is, of course, not bending the front knee or bending the back knee. So toes forward, feet shoulder width apart. Bend your front knee, straighten your back knee. Just like that. 4 things. All toes forward, feet shoulder width apart, bend your front knee, straighten your back knee. We do that, we got it going on. Now, for you advanced belts like you, Zoe, you want to look at wrist angle. I saw some people punching yesterday like this. Dude, if I punch like this, my pinky knuckle is going to be what hits. So you want it like this so that your big knuckles are what hits, what makes contact with the target. Let's do basic 1. I'm going to be moving still a little slow with my left arm. I'll be doing Tai Chi style, semi-Tai Chi style, because I still got some pain in that supinator and in the extensor group. So when you go like this, putting on the brakes fast is what hurts it. So left, you'll be going slow. By the way, if you're just tuning into this, please subscribe to our channel. We need subscribers. We're trying to get up to 500. I think we're up to 300 and change. Only a little ways to go, folks, so please subscribe and like our video. Any video you watch, just poke that little thumbs uppy button. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to be a subscriber to like. You just like that bad boy. And then if you're a real fan of the dojo, go on and just click that little bell icon. So that you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. Basic 1. Yeah. Yeah. Wacky, baby. All the way down. Touch that tummy. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a whack and a twack. And use like that. So I found myself getting mixed up with which arm needs to go slowly. How come we got two? We've got two viewers, concurrent viewers right now. YouTube could be counting me as a viewer. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Or we could have a lurker. Lurkers, you are welcome to be here. We love you, lurkers. Just subscribe, like, and notify. Okay, basic 2. Let's do twacky before we forget. Here we go. Into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a whack and a twack. Coolio. With basic 2, common mistakes. Should be doing this before the forms. Common mistakes are punching too high. This comes from being a little dragon. Little dragons can't tell the subtlety between this and this. Solar plexus, nose. So with the little dragons, you tell them a low punch and a high punch. Basic 1, punch low. Basic 2, punch high. But it's not really like that. Basic 2 should go right under your nose like that. Basic 1 should be right in the solar plexus like that. And in both cases, punch on the center line, not like this, but like that, right under the nose. 1 knuckle for each nostril. See how that works? 1 knuckle for each nostril. Just like that. Okay, so basic 3, most common error stances. Back stance. You want your feet 90 degrees because they're in a line now. Remember how we mentioned a while ago? The reason you cut that foot out is because you're losing your balance because your feet are in line. In basic 3, you want them in line. So they're in a straight line. So the back foot is 90 degrees. That keeps your balance this way. And of course, your leg span, stance span, keeps your balance that way. So there it is. There it is. Both knees bent, this one a little more. So even though this foot's 90, that causes your knee to be out like, you know, halfway between 180 and 90, right there, 45 degrees. And then of course your horse stance. The most common mistake on the horse stance is little boy go pee in the woods. See, I don't want to splash my toes with pee-pee. So I get my toes apart. Little boy go pee in the woods. No, you're not going to pee-pee. Keep your feet straight like they're in the stirrups of a horse saddle. So some styles even call this a horse riding stance. It is a horse stance. Okay, so let's knock out a little basic 3. little bit of twacky before we forget. Here we go. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a whack and a twack. Cool. Pyongan 1, of course, double moves, man. If you're going to do a double move, do a double move. It doesn't do you any good. In fact, it does you harm to do a crappy first move and then a good last move. Because what the heck did this do? Didn't do anything. So all it serves to do is delay the arrival of the second technique. So if you're going to do 2 techniques, commit to the first one. Commit. Then pop it around for your hammer fist, right? That goes also for this one. And then at the end, you want this shape. You go, well, that doesn't really look like it, does it? No, that doesn't look like it either. You want straight lines and 45-degree lines, like a bowl of soup. So I'll show you. So you do a down block, then you step, but not straight ahead. You go to the angle. Down block, angle, down block. So side to side, corner to corner, side to side, corner to corner, and pano like that. All right, Pyoungans 1. Wacky, baby. And head up, dual, set, net, tasit, yasit, ilgat, dual, a hop, you whack, you twack. All right. Pyoungans 2 is that first move, man. You want 2 planes. Your middle block goes on this plane, the horizontal plane. The high block goes on the vertical plane this way, not this way. So the high block is like the hand of a clock this way. The middle block is like you're tracing the surface of a table. And to get into the weeds a little, start with your palm toward you, end with your palm away. See this little twist in the middle? Makes it look really cool, like that. Then you act like you're going to do basic 3 with the middle block underneath, right, like this. Except you need a little chamber for this guy. So just lower him to here, that's all. Get the clock face started, like a clock hand started. You can also do the little wrist twisty here, like that. And then start your middle block, Wapaya. Just like basic 3, but lower your high block. Twist both wrists, Kapaya, 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 Kapaya. And then drop guard, cut, pull back, punch. You got your side kick ready. Then coming back down the middle, you got the 2 moves, punch, block, kick, punch, freeze. And that's about it for Pyoungans 2. Let's do it. it, baby. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a whack and a twack. There we go. All right, what do we got? Pyongan 3. Definitely Pyongan 3, the crescent kick elbow combo. I love that, Master Settles. He brought up the point the other day. You know, doing all these crappy elbow strikes, trying to fix people's elbow strikes. I've been focusing on the elbow strike itself, which is only logical, right? The elbow strike sucks, focus on the elbow strike. Master Settles brought up the point that it's not the elbow strike that's the problem. The problem is the preceding kick. So when people are doing these inside crescent kicks, they're coming all the way through. Now their elbow has no room to chamber. Instead, you imagine doing a front kick. So if this form had front kicks instead of inside crescents, nobody would have an elbow strike problem, because look, front kick, plenty of room to chamber. Front kick, plenty of room to chamber. So with the crescent kick, you just do a front kick, only you loop it, but you keep your belly button facing straight, like that. And then elbow, right? Like that, and then elbow, right? That's the main thing. That's all we're going to mention for Pyongan 3. Let's do it. Let's do a twacky before we forget. Here we go. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a whack and a twack. Coolio. Pyongan 4. One cool thing about Pyongan 4 is you can just remember the layout 4, 5, 4, 5. So the first part, and this is mirror image, 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. Now the next part. Side kick ready. 1, chunk, chunk, 2, scooch up, chunk, chunk, 3. Wait, that's 4. How did I screw that up? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Height! Then the next 4 part. 1, chunk chunk, 2, pump pump, 3, chunk chunk, 4, pop pop. And then I'll come back down the middle, no longer mirror image. 5 moves. 1, 2, 3, and height 4, and 5. All right, so there's your 4, 5, 4, 5, Pyongan 4 layout tip of the day. So let's do Pyongan 4. 5, 2, and 4. You ain't getting away without no wacky twackies. Let's go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a whack and a twack. All right. Pyoungans 5. Lila. If you're watching this, this is for you. 3, 3, 3. Mirror image. 1, look, bang, bang, freeze. 2, look, step up, don't move your arms yet. 3. 1, look, bang, bang. 2, look, up. 3. Just like that. Mirror image now. 1, honk. 2, honk, honk. 3, pull out, step and punch. Height, like that. Lila, take your time. Focus on the 3s. Everybody always mucks those up, man. They're doing this kind of thing. Height, oh, how did I get messed up? Because it's all mucked up. Just think of 3 3s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Height, just like that. Let's try Pyoungans 5. All right, before our twacky, I gotta mention one other thing, which is the spear hand rip out. One of the most irritating techniques because nobody can get this for some reason. Once again, it has to do with a combo and people focusing on getting to the end, finishing it. So everybody's focused on being here. So their spear hand somewhat resembles being here already. So they spear hand in this crappy front stance that looks like an aborted back stance, and then they pull out like this. They got nowhere to go. Sometimes they even do the spear hand in a back stance, and then they realize, oh wait, my feet are supposed to move, so they do this. Spear hand, pull back. Now they're just here in a little something stance. I don't know what it is, but it's not a back stance. It should be front stance, back stance. Front stance all the way. And just stop here, people. Stop at the spear hand and say, wait a minute. Is this how I would do basic 1? If it is, you're good to go. If you go spear hand, wait a minute. Is this how I would do basic 1? If the answer is no, stop and fix it. Then when you pull out, is this the way I would do basic 3? No. So fix it. When you pull out, spear hand, is this basic 1? Yes. Rip out. Now, would I do basic 3 in this stance? Yes. So it's a full front stance, shoulder width apart, slide your foot over, don't slide it in, slide it over for a back stance. From the front, full front stance, slide it over for a back stance, right? And that's that Pyoungans 5. Let's do the twacky. Thought I'd forget, didn't you? No. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a wacky and a twacky. So beside that first part is merits a little tension. So I'm just going to do this standing like I'm standing in front of you in line. You don't really need mirror image because it's going back and forth anyway. So check it out. 1, left, right, left. 2, outside block, outside block. 3, stick this hand out, inside block, outside block. You're going to start with this same hand that's blocking. 4, clean it, inside block, outside block, ready. All you have to do is remember out, out, in, out, in, out. How hard is that? Out, out, in, out, in, out. Out, out, in, out, in, out. Outside block, outside block. Inside block, outside block. Inside block, outside block. Check it out. 1, height. Out, out. In, out. Clean it. In, out. Ready. All right, let's let that suffice as a Basai tutorial. If I think of anything else during the form, we'll review it. So here we go. Wrong ready position. All right, he's now got a quick twack. Oh, gotta find a dry place on the mat. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a whack and a twack. All right, I gotta say, those twacks today were pretty much effortless, which is a good thing. And I must bring up the fact that my tendency toward habit and ritual are perhaps not a good thing, because when like these twacks, when they get to be super easy, they are not as good of a workout. So if you really want to burn some muscle, tear down some muscle, and rebuild the muscle bigger, you really need to vary your workout. For example, you could perhaps isolate the triceps. Get a weight, right here in your hand and lift like this. Then you're working just those triceps, leaving the pecs out of it. Then you can get on I think it's called the pec machine on a weight machine. Your arms are up like this. There's a big pad right here and a big pad right here connected to a cable, lifting a buttload of weights behind you, and you kink, kink. This works your pecs, leaving out your triceps. So I guarantee you, if you did a couple of sets of those one day, you'd find your pecs and triceps, again, getting the burn that you're missing from the push-ups, which have now become super easy. You could also, with push-ups, get on some kind of weight. If you have a kid like Zoe, she could sit on your back. Maybe you could start with Soren sitting on your back, then move up to Ezra sitting on your back, and then Zoe sitting on your back, and then 7. And I don't even know if he could balance on your shoulder blades. Maybe he'd have to lay on your back. But anyway, the bottom line is add some weight. If you had a weight belt, like for diving, you could cross that bad boy right across here, right? Or even put it around your neck, although I don't ever recommend putting something around your neck. You could make a circle out of it like this. Like here's my weight belt. So I put it on like this, right? Now it's strapped on like a backpack, like that. See what I mean? And then do your push-ups with those weights on you. That'd be a good way to add weight to your push-ups. You could also do the opposite of how we worked up to it. Remember how we worked up to it? We started on a countertop like this, push-up, push-up, push-up. Then we moved to seat backs, push-up, push-up, push-ups. Then we moved to the seats themselves, push-up, push-up, push-ups. Then we moved to the ground, push-up, push-up, push-ups. Well, you could now put your feet up on a seat back, push-up, push-up, push-up. Put them up on the backs of the chairs, push-up, push-up, push-up. That adds a little more weight. The problem is when your feet get so high, you start to leave your pecs out of the equation, and you start working more on your latissimus because you're basically essentially pushing straight up instead of pushing forward, right? So, but anyway, those are some suggestions, and just to bring up the important fact that doing the same exercise every day, you lose your gain from it because your body's no longer having to work hard. However, it does maintain. And that is the saving grace. It's just movement, man. You're moving every day. Even if it is the same movement every day, your body does have to maintain that strength to keep that going. So that's good. You know, just like walking. You're used to walking, but the more you walk, the more calories you'll burn. And if you stop walking, you will gain some calories because you're maintaining a certain point, even though walking is easy for you. So even with a bike ride, if you can vary it, go do a hill one day, do flat the next, even kind of tricks your body if you just take simply a different path, a different route to just get your mind off of it. It kind of tricks your mind and makes you think you're doing something different when you're really not. Anyway, that's my little workout tip for the day. I did get an MRI on this arm on Saturday, and now the big dummies, they're not going to have the MRI report to my doctor until Wednesday. What is up? It still hurts like crap right in here. It hurts like from here over to about here. Sometimes even this ulna, the ulna bone hurts. Just a big aching feeling right in there. I hope it amounts to a strain and not a sprain, and God forbid, not a major tear, especially not a severed muscle. That would suck if I just pop the muscle loose. But we'll see. Eventually, the report will get there. Let's hope the doctor has time to repair whatever's wrong in there. I've been icing the crap out of it and taking ibuprofen every morning. This morning, the ibuprofen didn't even seem to touch it because it's just a dull pain sore. And it won't leave me alone. Anyway, it is time for me to get out of here. Zoe, thanks for coming, my faithful and loyal friend and daughter. I can always count on Zoe. Now, Zoe, see if you can spend a little time with Hamster Big today and just let your mind play. As hard of a worker as you are and as responsible and diligent as you are, you need some downtime too. So play with the hamster. Act like an idiot. Do something crazy and irresponsible. And then get back to work. All right, Zoe and whomever, or would it be whoever or whomever? I don't know. Whoever comes to log in later and watch this as a rewind, I am out of here!
This has been a South Miami Taekwondo live stream with Master Jeff. Avoid practicing the techniques learned in live stream with Master Jeff while drunk, stoned, sloshed, tipsy, buzzed, blotto, slammed, plowed, jolly, play-eyed, hammered, wasted, inebriated, or otherwise intoxicated. Watching live stream with Master Jeff, you acknowledge the possibility of and waive all liability for hematoma, laceration, occipital fracture, broken nose, acute mandibular dislocation, strained wrist, hyperextended elbow, broken ribs, bruising, awaiting care, sprains, fractures, dislocated shoulder, or concussion. All rights reserved. Unauthorized presentation and publication strictly prohibited.